As a Detroit girl born and raised in the city, some stories we do here on Action News hit me a little differently than most people. The ones that strike deepest are shootings involving children. One happened a few weeks ago on Detroit's northwest side. Two kids and their dad were wounded when suspected gang members or drug dealers got into a gunfight, spraying the street with bullets. This happened in broad daylight in a normally peaceful neighborhood. But the story you rarely see on TV is what happens now, after the police and the media are long gone. How do families and young children cope with all of this? So I went back to that neighborhood to find out what happens after the bullets. The 14,000 block of Strathmore on the city's northwest side is normally tranquil, lawns well manicured, and neighbors look out for one another. So you were only 22 and moved onto this block, so you've probably seen
every child that's over here before all my kids. Call me out now. Damon
Reeves moved here from Kansas City 20 years ago. He and his wife Carol fell in love and bought this house. Now at 42, this father of 9 is in shock.
I just walked in my side door and I heard 2 pops, and he ran in and said, "Dad, I'm burning."
Little Jeremiah, who's only 4, had his chest blasted with bullet fragments on Saturday, May 24th, when a blaze of gunfire rang out.
I had little Jeremiah in my arms like this, and when I raised up, that's when it...
Outside, 2 men involved in the shooting had fallen in their backyard, bleeding from getting hit multiple times.
It was like a nightmare, but all I asked was, God, you know, if I'm about to go, let me get my children.
Nearly a week later, my name's Carolyn.
Say hello.
Can I have a hug? You feeling okay? You look good. Yeah, you look good. With 8 stitches in his neck, the wounds are beginning to heal.
Yeah, because I can almost see, I can see the dent. Like, is that where?
Yep.
Yeah.
But the trauma remains. Jeremiah shows me the mark on his chest, but still clings to his parents when he hears a loud noise. But their little 3-year-old, Xavier, who is not injured, is traumatized so badly he can't hold his urine.
My son told me he had to change him 7 times. He's fully potty trained. He's never done that before. And it's usually when there's a loud noise outside.
And their 11-year-old?
Angel, who actually received the bullet, she's terrified to walk home from school anymore. She just start coming back outside to play.
But this Detroit block is tight. Despite the shootings, we saw many neighbors on their porches and walking down the street. Many of these neighbors, fed up, had called police to report the squatters who took over this house where the violence jumped off. We're told the guys who allegedly took part in this shooting were squatting in this home here. Mr. Reeves tells us by the time he went to the hospital, this house went up in flames.
I love the block, love everybody over here. It wouldn't make me leave Detroit because it's going to be in Detroit. Any other city you go to, it's going to be the same old, same old.
I hope that the perpetrators are caught, brought to justice.
And while they hope and pray for justice, this father who is devoted to his Catholic faith is not bitter.
I would forgive them. And I would like to see all these young guys be taught the right way, because to them, I can see they don't have that guidance, you know, they're a little lost.
After all of that forgiveness, and hopefully they will be listening and get some help. Now, this family is really something special, so we're going to get them help the best we can. That includes a psychologist to talk to the kids, and we'll be talking to the city and police about that house on that block.